Hello everybody and welcome back. Well, I had actually just done recording a video about my excitement for Behemoth, but it seems that must wait. PlayStation has got in store for us a couple of PSVR2 news updates we'll be tackling today. Before we jump in though, only 25% of you are actually subbed to the channel, so if you like PSVR2 and VR in general, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Anyway, let's get on with the news. Every now and then, PlayStation and Sony throw us a bone in the PSVR2 direction, and on their Twitter, just a couple of minutes ago from recording, they said, coming up in a few minutes, news on 5 PSVR2 games. So, first and foremost, they kick things off with another look at Alien Rogue Incursion with a brand new story trailer, confirming that it drops on December the 19th. The story trailer looks really good, and harkens back to a little while ago where we got a PSVR2 advertisement which showed some weird sci-fi game with a crashing ship, and the start of this trailer really looks like that segment from that ad. So maybe that's what it was alluding to this whole time. Maybe that's one of the answers we've been looking to get over the last year or however long it's been since that very mysterious ad. We also got a word from the Chief Product Officer at Survios called TQ Jefferson, talking about the trailer in depth and all the decisions that went into showing off different parts of the story. It's nothing really new, it's just kind of breaking down what they wanted to put into this trailer in terms of what they wanted to show off, like the location, why you're there, the xenomorphs all over the planet, the weapons like the pulse rifle, shotgun, revolver, tactical gear, motion tracker, plasma torch, health stims, and tablet, and all of that stuff along with the synth that's fighting by you. They're promising this is going to be a fantastic Alien title in VR, and I hope it lives up to everything we're seeing here. They've also confirmed that it's gone gold, they're just adding some finishing touches, and it'll be ready to ship on December 19th, so I cannot wait for that. Next up is a bit of disappointing news for those who are very excited for Hitman, as they have announced that is now coming out on March 27th, 2025. Jonathan LaSalle, I think it's pronounced, Global Marketing Director of IO Interactive, hopped in and said, "We're thrilled to share an update regarding Hitman and what you can expect when you take on your assignments as Agent 47. With brand new features such as dual wielding, full ambidexterity, room scale implementation, as well as general improved VR experience throughout new intuitive controls and gameplay mechanics, you'll have all the tools you need to complete your mission as a silent assassin." They addressed the obvious first, saying, "First of all, we'd like to address the change in the release date. Initially slated for December 2024, the launch of Hitman World of Assassination on PSVR2 has been rescheduled to March 27th, 2025. This decision to move the release date was not made lightly. We know there was a lot of demand to bring Hitman on PSVR2, and we're excited to see the great reception following the announcement. They essentially want to deliver an amazing experience that meets the high standards of PSVR2 players, so this extra time will give them enough time to make it polished. The whole campaign of Hitman World of Assassination will be playable on PSVR2, meaning you'll be free to explore 20 unique locations, with over 100 weapons and items at your disposal. There is active reloading as well, so you can manually eject ammo, grab a new clip and insert it into your weapon, giving you full control. You can holster weapons as well, meaning you can hide them for added immersion, and the sniper scope is fully usable picture-in-picture, which is fantastic to see. A big step up from the previous Hitman outing we've seen in VR. Now, rather than simply pressing a button to trigger events, players are required to physically mimic actions such as toggling a TV on and off by touching the screen, hacking CCTV footage by tapping on a keyboard, or poisoning a glass by holding and dropping a vial over it. This feature extends to opening doors, creating smoother and more natural interactions. Quest items can now remain physical as well, meaning they can be inspected in hand, allowing players to utilize them directly within set pieces, like swiping a keycard or turning a lock in a door. A bit like Resident Evil handles it, which is good to see. There's a big emphasis on physics as well, meaning everything will feel real, and I'm really excited to jump in for the first time on March 27th. If there's anyone from IO listening to this, my email is plastered all over my channel and my socials. I'd love to get in touch and review this one. I am going to be away, I think, in Japan on March 27th, so it would be amazing if I could get hands on that, just so I'm there on the launch if anyone's listening to this from IO, but I'm very excited to get into this. We also got the latest information from Trombone Champ as the next game, launching on November 26th on PSVR2. Wes from Flat to VR Studios said, "Hey PlayStation fans, the team at Flat to VR Studios is beyond excited to bring you a totally unhinged, one-of-a-kind musical experience with Trombone Champ Unflattened, arriving November 26th. It's their first PSVR2 adaptation, and what better game to take on than this BAFTA-nominated gem. They deep dive into how you actually play the trombone with your hand movements, an all-new campaign mode, with surprises for beginners and Trombone Champ veterans alike, and over time introducing complex tracks and challenges that push your rhythm, timing, and ability to adapt. There's also confirmation of leaderboards and over 20 trombones to unlock, with their own sound, style, and personalities, like a cat trombone and a pool noodle trombone. Along the way, you can collect cards that have trombone trivia and mysterious lore, and the game makes full use of PSVR2 haptics and adaptive triggers, making you feel each note as you play. Plus, the game runs at 120Hz on PS5 with 4K HDR visuals, with dynamic environments and audience reactions that adjust to your playing. These guys seem really passionate about this and the devs are fantastic, so please go and support them when this one launches. Penultimately, game director and co-founder of Coven Studios, creators of Masters of Light, which is an XR Game of the Year nominee, are excited to announce their new action-adventure game, Masters of Light, is coming to PSVR2. Masters of Light puts players into a galaxy on the brink of destruction. A black hole at the center of the galaxy has unleashed an army of shadows who spread chaos and darkness, and you are the Wanderer, a powerful being of light and the galaxy's last defense. You have magical powers, and your mission is to crush the darkness, rescue the Sisters of Light, and restore hope. Each battle will test your strength, courage, and skill as you journey deeper towards the black hole's core, while the ultimate challenge awaits. This is a first-person spell-casting game, where you can use energy to unleash explosive attacks, conjure powerful shields, and send waves of shadows scattered with devastating blasts. A little bit like Wizards of the Dark Times, it seems like, with the combat. The game's filled with lore, and the team is set out to create something beautiful, engaging, and challenging, while ensuring it's accessible to a wide range of players. In terms of a PSVR2 port, it's enhanced by HDR and high-resolution textures where every scene pops. It uses foveated rendering and 90Hz for a crisp and smooth experience, and the Sense controllers are utilized with their adaptive triggers and advanced haptics. This is combined with subtle headset vibrations, making you feel every moment of combat. Its soundtrack is another big pull for the game, and it has 36 challenging levels, each being very replayable. It launches on December 18th, and if you're up for it, it's your chance to shine and become the ultimate Master of Light. I had not heard of this game before, but it looks pretty fun, and also seems like one that you can master with a high skill ceiling, so it's looking good. And finally, from Lone Kite Games, they've announced that Mare is out today. This is a captivating VR puzzle adventure, and features a beautiful, easy on the eye art style, which I do think looks absolutely fantastic, with a minimalist storytelling approach, creating a unique world that players will lose themselves in as they journey through it. In Mare, you play as a benevolent force, embodied in world as a mechanical bird. Early on, you'll encounter a young girl and you'll navigate through this adventure together, helping each other on the way and ultimately uncovering their fate. You use lightning-like powers to aid your NPC companion's path by interacting and activating objects that will shape new pathways for her to traverse. With the PSVR 2, they make use of the headset feedback, like flying into a storm cloud, you'll feel the rain dropping on your face, and it also takes advantage of foveated rendering on PSVR 2, adding a significant boost in performance, with the game running at a steady 90 FPS. Interestingly as well, there are two game modes. One of them is Classic, which uses the eye tracking feature to create a well-balanced atmospheric experience. Players can both select and interact with various puzzle gimmicks just by looking. This took an extra bit of effort by the devs to design a clean layout of gameplay objects so eye tracking selections wouldn't happen by accident. Fortunately, as PSVR 2 eye tracking is very precise, this allows us to minimize accidental selections when eye tracking. Enhanced mode, on the other hand, uses the Sense controllers and includes more puzzles and content as well as additional interactions, such as dragging objects with lightning. Some stages were redesigned and expanded to accommodate these new improved features and puzzle complexity. Also, the Sense controller's in-game avatar features a handy compass, meaning it's easy to keep track of your AI companion's location and offer helpful hints along the journey. Mare features a world crafted like a painting, with every environment meticulously modelled from scratch. This and an ethereal music score makes the world come alive on PSVR 2. We're thrilled for PlayStation players to deep dive into our story and become part of our world. I'd heard Mare being thrown around before, but this is my first time actually looking at it, and it does look beautiful. So if you want to get your hands on this, it is out today, which is a nice surprise. Anyway, that'll be all for today. Join me tomorrow as we discuss Behemoth on PSVR 2 and whether or not that might be my game of the year, depending on how it lands. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to our patrons and YouTube members who are on screen right now, and I hope to see you all in the next one.